Have you noticed your erections aren't as firm as they used to be? Many men over 50 assume the problem is all about testosterone or circulation. But here's the truth. Most don't realize the strength of your pelvic floor muscles plays a major role. These are the deep muscles that act like a natural valve locking blood inside the penis and helping you stay firm. And just like your arms or legs, if you don't train them, they weaken with age. The result, less reliable performance, shorter staying power, and sometimes even bladder control issues that creep in quietly over time. I'm Dr. Danielle Jones, and for over 3 decades, I've guided men through evidence-based strategies to protect their health, energy, and confidence. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 of the most effective pelvic stretches and exercises to support harder erections, better control, and improve vitality after 50. Before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe, like this video, or share it with a friend who might benefit. A small step for you could be a big change for someone you care about. Here's why this matters. According to the Cleveland Clinic, erectile function depends not only on healthy blood vessels, but also on the pelvic floor muscles that compress veins and keep blood where it belongs. Think of these muscles as the foundation beneath a building. If they're weak, everything above them struggles to stay supported. Research published in the British Journal of General Practice shows that targeted pelvic floor training can significantly improve erectile firmness and bladder control in men, even in their 60s and 70s. Yet most men have never even heard of these exercises because traditionally pelvic training has been discussed mostly for women. That silence has left many men without tools that could change their daily lives. The good news is, it's never too late to start. These exercises don't require equipment, medication, or long hours at the gym. Just a few minutes a day, practiced consistently, can retrain your body to activate muscles you may not have consciously used for decades. Men who commit to this often describe it as reconnecting with a part of themselves they thought age had taken away. It's not about chasing youth. It's about restoring function and confidence with a scientifically grounded approach. In this video, we'll explore 5 specific moves, simple stretches, and contractions that build strength, coordination, and flexibility in the pelvic floor. Each one has been chosen because it supports blood flow, muscular control, and endurance, 3 pillars of male performance. And while they may look gentle from the outside, they work deeply inside where it counts. In the next section, we'll uncover the science of why pelvic floor health is so important and how training these muscles can unlock improvements not only in erections, but also in bladder strength, posture, and overall vitality. To understand why these stretches and exercises matter, we need to look at the science behind erections and pelvic health. An erection isn't just about testosterone or blood vessels, it's the result of multiple systems working together. First, blood flow to the penis must increase. Then veins must be compressed so blood stays trapped. Finally, the brain and nervous system must send signals that coordinate timing and muscle response. At the heart of this process is your pelvic floor, a group of muscles at the base of your pelvis. These muscles act like a supportive sling anchoring the bladder, bowel, and sexual organs. During arousal, they contract rhythmically to lock blood inside the penis, ensuring firmness. When they're weak, blood escapes too quickly. When they're overly tight, circulation is restricted. Balance is key. After 50 several changes challenge this balance. Testosterone levels decline about 1% per year, according to Harvard Medical School. Circulation slows as arteries naturally stiffen, especially in men with high blood pressure, diabetes, or long histories of sitting. And nerve responsiveness diminishes with age, making it harder to fully engage the pelvic muscles on command. Together, these shifts create the common complaints: less rigidity, shorter duration, and reduced control. But here's the good news. Research shows that targeted pelvic floor training can restore much of what's been lost. A study in the British Journal of Urology International found that men who practiced daily pelvic exercises regained erectile firmness comparable to those using medication, and they also reported improved bladder function. So, how do these exercises work? They strengthen two key muscle groups, the bulbocavernosus and the ischiocavernosus. The bulbocavernosus helps compress veins to keep blood in the penis, while the ischiocavernosus maintains rigidity by stabilizing blood pressure inside erectile tissue. Training these muscles is like upgrading the plumbing and clamps in your home water system, better flow in less leakage out. But these routines also engage your core glutes and hip stabilizers. That's why many of the best moves involve coordinated contractions and stretches that tie the pelvic floor to the larger muscle groups around it. This co-contraction improves endurance and function not just during intimacy, but also in daily life. Another overlooked benefit is body awareness. Many men don't realize they can consciously control their pelvic floor until they begin practicing. Physical therapists call this proprioception your brain's ability to sense and guide muscles. As awareness improves, so does performance. Men often describe it as flipping a switch they didn't know they had. The American Urological Association highlights that training proprioception can improve both sexual satisfaction and bladder control. That's why the goal isn't just raw strength, but coordination, flexibility, and relaxation when needed. In short, these exercises target the very foundation of male performance. They build strength to hold firmness, flexibility to allow healthy blood flow, and coordination to give you more control. In the next section, we'll explore the most common mistakes men make when trying to improve erections, misconceptions about testosterone circulation, and quick fixes that often lead them down the wrong path. Knowing what not to do is just as important as learning the right moves. Now that you understand how the pelvic floor works, let's address some of the most common mistakes and misconceptions men face when trying to improve erections after 50. These pitfalls often come from outdated beliefs or incomplete information, and they can hold you back from making real progress. The first mistake is believing that testosterone alone is the answer. Many men assume that if their erections aren't firm, they simply need hormone replacement. While testosterone plays a role in libido and energy, the Mayo Clinic emphasizes that it is not the sole driver of erectile function. Circulation, nerve health, and muscle strength are equally important. Without a strong pelvic floor to trap blood, even normal testosterone levels can't produce the firmness you want. That's why focusing only on testosterone therapy without addressing muscle and circulation often leaves men disappointed. The second misconception is relying on quick fixes like pills or supplements. Medications such as PDE5 inhibitors, for example, sildenafil or tadalafil, can temporarily improve erections by enhancing blood flow, but they don't train your muscles or restore long-term function. Think of it like using a crutch without healing the leg underneath. Similarly, many supplements marketed as male boosters lack credible evidence and may even contain hidden unsafe ingredients. The NIH warns that unregulated supplements for sexual performance are among the most commonly adulterated products on the market. Pills can provide short-term help, but they don't build the foundation your body needs for lasting results. A third mistake is ignoring the pelvic floor altogether. Because exercises like Kegels are more often discussed for women, many men dismiss them as irrelevant. Yet research from the British Journal of Urology International confirms that pelvic floor training can be just as effective as medication for improving erectile firmness and bladder control in men. Failing to recognize this connection means leaving one of your most powerful tools unused. The fourth misconception is overtraining or training incorrectly. Some men hear about Kegels and start squeezing constantly, even holding tension all day. But muscles need a balance of contraction and relaxation. Overworking the pelvic floor can actually increase tightness, restrict blood flow, and lead to discomfort or premature ejaculation. Proper form, short, deliberate contractions with controlled breathing and adequate rest is essential. Quality always matters more than quantity. Finally, many men give up too soon. Pelvic floor training, like any fitness routine, requires consistency and patience. Expecting dramatic change in a few days sets you up for frustration. Most studies report noticeable improvements after 6 to 12 weeks of daily practice. That's why commitment matters. 5 to 10 minutes a day, practiced faithfully, often yields more lasting results than any quick fix. These are the misconceptions I hear most often: focusing only on hormones, relying solely on pills, dismissing pelvic floor exercises, overtraining without guidance, and giving up too quickly. Each of them can block your progress. The encouraging news is that once you understand these mistakes, you can avoid them. In the next section, I'll walk you through the 5 most effective pelvic stretches and exercises, simple, science-backed moves you can start today to build the foundation for stronger erections, better control, and greater confidence. Now that you know what to avoid, let's focus on what works. These 5 pelvic floor stretches and exercises are simple, require no equipment, and can be done in just minutes a day. Each one is designed to build strength, flexibility, and control in the muscles that matter most for firm, reliable erections. 1. Pelvic tilt. Supine position. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Place your arms at your sides. Gently press your lower back into the floor while tightening your abdominal muscles and tilting your pelvis upward. At the same time, contract your pelvic floor as if you were stopping urine midstream. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds, then release slowly. Start with 10 to 15 repetitions, focusing on steady breathing. This move teaches your core and pelvic floor to work together, a co-contraction that improves blood trapping during erections. As you build strength, increase to 20 to 25 reps. 2. Prone stretch modified cobra. Lie face down with your legs extended and your elbows under your shoulders, forearms flat. Lift your chest gently, keeping your neck neutral. Engage your core by pulling your belly button toward your spine while lightly contracting your pelvic floor. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, breathing deeply. Repeat 3 to 4 times. This stretch opens the hip flexors, relieves tension from prolonged sitting, and builds awareness of the deep stabilizers that connect pelvic floor function with posture and circulation. 3. Kneeling ab draw in, tabletop. On hands and knees with shoulders over wrists and hips. Over knees, keep your spine neutral. Slowly exhale through your mouth as you draw your belly button toward your spine and contract your pelvic floor. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds, then release. Start with 10 to 15 repetitions. Over time, extend the hold to 7 to 10 seconds. This move strengthens the transverse abdominis, the body's natural corset, while linking it to pelvic control. Men who practice this consistently often report greater staying power and awareness during intimacy. 4. Bridge with abduction. Lie on your back with knees bent and feet planted. Press through your heels to lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. While holding the bridge, push your knees outward as if pressing against resistance, then return to center. Perform 8 to 10 reps, holding each outward push for 2 to 3 seconds. Gradually increase to 15 to 20 reps or add a resistance band above your knees for challenge. This exercise works glutes, hip stabilizers, and pelvic floor together, the very muscles that act as auxiliary pumps to drive blood flow where it's needed most. 5. Rocking frog stretch. Begin on all fours, knees wide apart in a V-shaped feet, turned outward. Lower onto your forearms with a neutral spine. Gently rock your hips forward and back in a slow, controlled motion. This deep stretch relaxes tight adductors and releases chronic pelvic tension while engaging the pelvic floor dynamically. Start with 30 to 40 seconds, repeat 3 times, and breathe deeply throughout. Over time, your flexibility will improve, circulation will increase, and you'll find a better balance between strength and relaxation, critical for lasting firmness and control. Together, these 5 exercises form a balanced routine. They don't just strengthen, they coordinate, stretch, and retrain your pelvic floor to respond the way it's meant to. Start small, focus on quality, and stay consistent. In the final part, we'll recap what you've learned, highlight the long-term benefits, and leave you with an encouraging reminder. It's never too late to reclaim control, confidence, and vitality. You've now discovered a part of your body that most men never think about: the pelvic floor and how strengthening it can transform not only your erections, but your confidence and overall health. Let's bring it all together. We started by breaking the myth that erections are only about testosterone or blood vessels. In truth, the muscles at the base of your pelvis act as the foundation, locking blood in place and giving you control. Then we explored the science, how age, circulation, hormones, and nerves all interact, and why these muscles often weaken after 50. We also uncovered the common mistakes: relying only on pills, ignoring pelvic training, overdoing Kegels, or giving up too quickly. And finally, we walked through 5 evidence-based stretches and exercises to restore strength, flexibility, and awareness in this crucial area. Here's the positive takeaway: it's never too late to improve. Research from the British Journal of Urology International shows that men in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s who practice pelvic floor exercises consistently report firmer erections, better bladder control, and greater satisfaction. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day, less time than you spend scrolling on your phone, can lead to real changes within weeks, with bigger improvements over 2 to 3 months. This is not about quick fixes or gimmicks. It's about rebuilding from the inside out, teaching your body to hold firmness, restore flow, and give you back the control you thought was gone. And the benefits extend beyond intimacy. Stronger pelvic muscles improve posture, reduce back pain, and support bladder health, meaning fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom. They help you feel steadier, more energetic, and more in tune with your body. Many men describe the process as reconnecting with strength they thought age had stolen. That's the power of consistent, mindful practice. Your body responds at any age when you give it the right signals. So here's my gentle challenge for you. Pick one of the 5 exercises and start today. Maybe it's the pelvic tilt before bed or the rocking frog stretch in the morning. Build the habit step by step and let your progress motivate you. Share this video with a friend who may be struggling silently. Your encouragement could change his life. Subscribe to our channel for more science-based guidance tailored to men over 50, and leave a comment if you've tried these exercises. Your story might inspire someone else. Remember, you're not too old and your body is not finished. With patience and practice, you can reclaim strength, firmness, and confidence. I'm Dr. Danielle Jones, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.